Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We'd like to welcome you to tonight's broadcast of Ascension on Air, 4 episodes paying homage to the golden days of radio. Tonight's first act will include an episode of Gunsmoke and Suspense, Goodbye, Miss Lizzie Borden. The second act will be a bonus episode of Little Orphan Annie and Archie Andrews, the Christmas episode. Ascension on Air was produced by the high school theater production class and was edited by Ascension alum Lexi Shamir. There will be a 10-minute intermission after Goodbye, Miss Lizzie Borden. Restrooms are open through the gymnasium doors. We ask that you please use the family restroom found closest to the gym to limit exposure and cleaning. We also ask that if you exit your vehicles this evening, you are masked and that you maintain appropriate social distancing guidelines. If you would like to make a contribution to the theater department this evening, students will be in front of the building ready to take your cash or check donation. Episodes will also be available on the Red Crest Studio YouTube page. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We hope you enjoyed tonight's presentation of Ascension on Air.
Good evening, listeners. Tonight, we open on a thrilling note with the Western episode. Around Dodge City, in the Territory West, there's just one way to deal with the killers and spoilers. That's with the U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. The story of the violence that moved west with young America, and the story of a man who moved with it. Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
Wanted for murder.
Wanted for murder.
Clay Richards. Age 31. Height 6 feet. Eyes brown. Hair red.
Hair red. Hey, how would you like me to print a picture on these notices? I got a woodcut. Let me show you. Ernie, fetch the marshal a copy of that front page. Interviewing Clay's wife yesterday, I noticed a tintype on the mantel. Their wedding photograph. So, first thing you know, I snitched it.
Very thoughtful.
I'll take it, Ernie. And then I propped it up in front of me and carved me this woodcut. Ain't she prime? Ain't she just elegant?
Real elegant.
A good likeness, don't you think? Of course, he was 7 or 8 years younger on the tintype.
Yeah, it's a good likeness.
Hair was shorter.
Doesn't show it makes a law-abiding man like him try to rob a bank. Doesn't look like a man who murdered an old cashier and a cook who just happened to be there. But it's a good likeness.
A picture like this sure dresses up the front page, don't it?
Yeah, it's a little masterpiece, Mr. Hightower. A notable contribution to the culture of Dodge City.
Well, thank you, Marshal. Does fetch the eye, don't it? I'm printing an extra 500 copies of the weekly, and I bet I sell them all. Too bad the cashier's shot went wild. If he managed to kill Clay, or even wing him, why, I bet I could sell 1,000 extra copies.
We must be thankful for the blessings we do receive, Mr. Hightower.
Oh, I am, Marshal, I am. Why, just before it happened yesterday afternoon, I didn't know what I was going to fill my columns with. And then, like manna from heaven, 2 murders and a bank robbery.
Attempted bank robbery, Mr. Hightower. He turned and ran before he got his hands on so much as $1.
Mr. Dillon.
I'm talking business. What is it, Chester?
Oh, well, it can wait, I guess, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, print Clay's pictures on those notices, Mr. Hightower. Now, where were we?
Eyes brown, hair red.
Oh, yeah. Also known as Red, Bricktop, and Sorrel. He didn't answer to no other nicknames, did he?
No, that's what they called him.
All right, then. In big letters. $400 reward. Dead or alive. And at the bottom, apply Matt Dillon, Marshal, Dodge City.
Mm-hmm.
Print 200 copies. How soon can I send Chester over for him?
This afternoon.
All right, then. Have a nice morning, Mr. Hightower. Chester.
Think those posters will do any good? Richards is probably over the line into Oklahoma or Colorado by now. That strawberry roan of his, fastest in the county.
He has no money. He panicked and ran out of the bank before he got a penny. I think he'll try to get some from his wife or sister or friends the first chance he has. Maybe tonight. I say he's around here somewhere. I'm sorry I turned on you like that, Chester.
Oh, that's alright, Mr. Dillon. Out all night with the posse, no sleep. Man's bound to get touchy.
Nah, it's not. It's the way the people use a thing like this. The men riding posse last night, they enjoyed it as if they were hunting fox or possum. Hightower back there, he acts like it was his birthday treat specially gotten up for him. Everybody just finds a way to use it. What was it you wanted to tell me?
Oh, I got a kid, a little boy locked up in a cell. He ran away from his home back in Cottonwood. Ed turned him over to us when he come through on the stagecoaches now. He's about 12 years old.
Whose is he?
Widow woman, Mrs. Bonnie. She's running a boarding house in Cottonwood. Ed says the kid's always running away. A little wild, I'd guess. He flagged Ed for a stage ride halfway between there and here. Soon as Ed saw him with his bundle on his shoulder, he knew what he was up to. He told the kid he'd help him, but he turned him over to us.
All right. We'll send a telegram to the mother to come and fetch him. Well, come on in, Chester, and shut the door.
Mr. Dillon.
You're letting in every horsefly in Kansas.
Mr. Dillon, I think you better cancel the order for them notices.
What?
The Dutchman's coming up the street, and he's leading a strawberry roan, and Clay Richards is draped across the back.
Like a sack of wheat across the saddle. Last time I saw him was 2 days ago. He was standing at the bar laughing his head off. A sack of weed across the saddle, and followed by half the saloon bums and loafers in town. All right, Chester, make him keep back.
All right, now stand back. You hear me? Back. I said step back.
Ziegler! How'd it happen, Ziegler?
My goat. My old Billy goat. He pushes open the tent last night and runs away.
Forget your goat. What about Clay?
I tell you, this morning I go to look for the goat. I walk here, there, and near the river. I see Clay. He sits and I say, "Hello, Clay. Big heads." And that's when...
Dirty Dutchman, you no good dog. Clay was your best friend. He helped you buy your farm. Now you killed him.
All right, all of you. Keep back, everybody.
Clay? Me? Oh no, brothers we were like. We was in the war together.
You killed him for the reward.
Not so! I killed nobody! Not since Gettysburg. Clay is dead already when I find him. I don't even own the pistol.
Ziegler, inside, quick! Chester, give me a hand with Clay's body. All right, all of you, listen, shut up! I will not tolerate a disturbance. You know me. I've got him, Chester. Take his legs. All right, kick the door shut.
Marshal, I don't kill Clay.
On this table, Chester. What did you do with his gun, Ziegler? His holster's empty.
Gun? Clay's? I don't got it. I don't even own one.
Chester, see if it lipped off when...
His holster was empty come up the street. First thing I noticed. Maybe it's over on the...
Ah, another customer. That's 3 in less than a day. Oh, what a bountiful harvest. My fees this month will keep me in luxury.
Doc, I want to have an inquest as soon as possible.
As soon as I finish the autopsy. Shouldn't take too long with the practice I've had this week. Not at all. Late afternoon all right with you? I'll take him over to my office right now. No thank you, Chester. I can carry him all by myself. You just open the door there and I can... there. And Marshal, tell the city fathers I'd like to make a deal when the corpses are as famous as this one. Back in '53, fella I knew in San Francisco earned a fortune exhibiting the head of Joaquin Murrieta. Tell them if they let me keep the remains, I'll do the autopsies for nothing.
Shut the door, Chester. Ziegler, where is it that you met Clay on the river?
By the ford. This side by the ford.
Right out there, Chester, and see if you can find Clay's gun. Maybe he dropped it when he was shot.
I did not shoot Clay.
Sure.
I did not. I had no reason to. I did not. I did not.
You listen to me. Maybe you think Dodge has gotten so big that I don't know about everything that goes on here. Well, if you do, you're wrong. You think I don't know about the bank having an overdue mortgage on your farm? You're wrong. $400 is reason enough for a struggling farmer like you.
No, I would not do such a thing. I am a human being.
To a peace officer, Ziegler, that's enough grounds for suspicion. But whether you did it or not will be decided at your trial. In the meantime, you just stop yammering about it.
Trial? Me?
Even when I shoot somebody, I stand trial. If they find it's justifiable homicide, and they probably will, Clay being a wanted man, they'll let you off. And if not...
Please, am I permitted to go now?
Go? Are you crazy?
My farm's the stock. I must look after it.
You sit right down. You want to be lynched? You trying to get yourself murdered? Have you forgotten about Clay's brother Adam?
He will not believe I should.
What difference does it make whether he believes it or not? His brother's been killed, and everybody's looking to him to do something about it, and he knows it. He can be as mean as a cornered mountain lion. He hangs out in the saloons with a rough crowd. Adam is more likely lapping up enough courage to come here and ask me to hand you to him for a present. You want to know who will be with him? Every loafer, every bum, every slob in town, slapping him on the back and telling him what a shame it is. Egging him on to kill you so they can have some excitement and some fun. Maybe you deserve killing, but it's my job to uphold the law, and I'm not letting you out of here.
But
You might spend your time trying to think up a better story. That is, if you intend to stay in this town. Alright, now think back. Didn't Clay go for his gun before you shot him?
I tell you, I didn't. And if I'm not under arrest, you have no right to keep me here. I go look after my farm. I go.
Alright, Chester. Lock him up.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon. Come on, Mr. Ziegler.
I did not.
Step out, Sonny. This cage is bespoke.
Who's in there, Chester?
The little old runaway from Cottonwood.
Oh, come over here, son. Come over here to me.
I know who you are.
You do you?
You bet. You're Matt Dillon.
Guilty.
I knowed you right off. You pointed out to me one day back home. Fella said you were the fastest gun thrower in Kansas.
White Earth would be awfully interested to hear that, I'm afraid.
Fella said you were faster than old Earp, faster than Wild Bill Hickok, Bat Madison, or any of them. How many fellas you killed?
You don't keep score, son. It's something you try to forget.
Not me. Someday I'll be famous like you, and for every fella I kill, I'll put a notch on my gun. People will see those notches and they'll know they've been in a...
Why did you run away from home, bub? Don't you know your mother's likely to worry about you?
She won't worry. She's too busy. You ain't gonna make me go back, are you? You wouldn't do that, would you?
Well...
Because it wouldn't stop me for long. I'd only run away again.
Where are you off to in such a sweat?
Texas, California, Mexico. Fella can accomplish a lot of things there. Not like living in old Cottonwood. If you let me go, someday when I'm famous, you could tell people you helped me get started.
Well, that's a pretty strong inducement. I'll have to think about it for a while. And, look, while I'm making up my mind, I want you to give me your word. The word of a man who'll be famous someday, that you won't try to run away from me. Otherwise, I'll have to have Chester lock you up again.
I'll shake on that.
Good. Chester, I want you to go look for Clay's gun.
Yes, Mr. Dillon.
And on the way, stop off and send that telegram. You know?
Oh, that telegram. Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon. I'll get on it.
Where's Ziegler?
It's alright, Chester. Go ahead.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon.
Where's that murdering dog? Oh, there you are, you...
Not a single step further, Adam.
I want him, Dillon. He murdered Clay, shot him down without giving him a chance.
How do you know?
Because Clay wouldn't have let anyone catch him off guard except a friend. A friend. Now, Dillon, give me that Dutchman.
Try to take him.
It's like that.
It's like that.
So, it's true what the fellas say. You made a deal with the Dutchman to give him the reward and protect him if he killed Clay for you.
That was the deal, was it?
Yeah.
The fellas say why I'd make such a deal.
Dillon, it ain't no longer a secret round town that you and Francie won each other. But Clay was in the way. You had him killed so you could get his wife. Do you deny it?
No. It'll serve as well as any other crazy story to work you up.
You think you're safe behind that star, don't you? Well, Clay had friends. Lots of them. I'm coming back with them friends and we'll get the Dutchman and you and anyone else who tries to stop us.
All right, Adam. I'll be waiting.
Yeah, you wait.
I almost seen something pretty bad just then. Didn't I, Mr. Dillon?
Yeah, almost. About another pint of whiskey ought to do it. Son?
You say something, Mr. Dillon?
Yeah. Open that drawer in front of you there. You'll find a small bottle of oil in there. No, the one to the right. Yeah, that's it. Now bring the little brush, too.
Here it is.
Thanks, bub.
That's a right nice gun you have there.
It's not bad, but a little stiff. Just a little stiff.
Don't it have a trigger? I never seen no gun without a trigger before.
No, you remove the trigger or tie it back against the guard. All you have to do is thumb the hammer. There, like that. It's faster. That's better now.
Remove the trigger. I'll remember that.
What in the world for?
Oh, I remember everything you told me about the Texas holster and the spring holster and the double roll and the filing off the sight.
Oh, it's just me, Mr. Dillon.
Any luck, Chester?
No, sir, not any. I went to the store first and asked Mr. Denton what kind of ammunition Clay used to buy. He told me he had a double-action .44. I scoured that riverbank a half-mile each way. Not a sign of it.
Huh.
I got that telegram off. You know who ought to be here pretty soon. It's only 7 or 8 miles from here.
Is there a fire in town?
Funeral services for Mr. Grinnell, the cashier.
So soon?
It's awful hot weather.
Yeah. Any of your guns need oiling, Chester?
I don't think so.
You sure? When Adam left, he'd said he'd be coming back with some friends.
I know. I stopped at the Long Branch just now to rinse out my mouth. Adam was there talking mighty ugly and mighty big. He's got a sizable following.
Yeah. When do you think?
Any minute now, Mr. Dillon. Want me to take Bub out of here to one of those hotels, maybe?
Hey, I want to see it.
No. I think it'll be safer here, Chester. Behind stone walls rather than knocking about the streets rubbernecking.
You keep your head down, sonny, you hear?
Matt, I gotta talk to you.
She ought to be in mourning if she cared for Clay at all anymore. She ought to be in black.
Matt,
Oh, Lord, I find her more beautiful all the time.
Matt, have you heard what they're saying?
What are they saying, Francie?
That you made Pete Ziegler kill him because
I'm sorry that got back to you, Francie.
it's all over Dodge. Adam almost strangled me before they dragged him off.
Francie, I said not shoot Clay. I beg you to believe me.
Shut up, Ziegler. Shut up or I'll plug you to death. Francie, it's just one of those crazy stories. They needed one and they made one up.
But, Matt, everyone believes it. On my way over here, people were pointing. They were whispering. Old women clucking their tongues at me. They believe it.
They'll forget it. And as soon as this is over, they'll remember that even if we once did go out with each other, it was finished and done with even before the war ended, before you even met Clay.
No, they won't forget it. For the rest of my life, and as long as I stay here.
Hold it, Francie. Yeah, Doc, what is it?
Oh, am I interrupting something?
What is it, Doc?
Well, the autopsy's finished. I examined his liver and...
This is Mrs. Richards, Doc?
Oh, I beg your pardon, ma'am. I'm sure I meant no disrespect for the departed.
Well?
Clay was shot all right, but from the nature of the wound and the coagulation of the blood, I'd say it happened sometime yesterday. I say the catcher's bullet didn't go buck wild after all.
How could a dead man gallop away?
Well, that wound wasn't what killed Clay. The bullet hit the rib cage and bounced off. .22 caliber it was. What did kill him was a stab in the back, right through the spine, inflicted sometime this morning. Near as I can tell by a small blade, maybe 2 or 3 inches long, it could have been a Barlow knife.
Thanks, Doc.
Please accept my condolences, Mrs. Richards. You can call the inquest anytime you're ready, Marshal.
Chester, close the door.
You see, I didn't do it.
All right, so you stabbed him, maybe. You said he never carried a gun. Look, Francie, go home and give matters a chance to simmer down.
Matt, I'm gonna have to ask you something.
Yeah?
Turn Pete Ziegler out into the street.
What? Francie, they're itching to get their hands on them.
Let him have him. It'll prove that story is a lie, that you couldn't make a deal with him. Please, Matt, I have to live here. I have to live here. Matt, don't look at me like that.
Go home, Francie. Go home or leave town or hang yourself or anything you like. Just go away.
Matt.
Away, right now.
How about me use a bottle of Long Branch, Mr. Dillon? Would you care for a drink?
No.
I guess the funeral's over.
There'll be others.
Funny. Now I missed that bell. Awful quiet, ain't it?
Just about on schedule. Are you ready, Chester?
Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon.
I'd use a shotgun if I were you. It's more effective when there's a mob to be dealt with.
Well, yes, sir. I aim to.
Ziegler, you too, son. If problems start, lie down flat on the floor and keep your head down all the time. Don't gawk to see what's happening. You understand me?
Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon.
All right.
Dillon! Come out here, Dillon. Quit your hiding.
Chester, I want you to stand here in the doorway after I go out so you can cover the back door and me at the same time.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon.
All right, Chester, open the door.
Get it! Bring him out of here! We gotta get it!
It's my duty to warn all of you that you are in breach of the peace.
We don't care!
Bring him out of here! I'm sworn to uphold the law. I've killed men in order to do it, and I'm prepared to do so again.
Hey,
I ask you to be sensible and leave quietly. But if you refuse to listen to reason, if you insist on being fools, if you've already decided to act like wolves instead of humans, then there's nothing I can say to make you change your minds. We don't care. Bring him out of here. We want it. All right. You want Peter Ziegler? Well, he's not more than 20 feet behind me, so come on and get him. Any of you. One at a time or all at once. Come on. Which one of you wants to die first? You, Adam? Well, what do you say, Adam? You let him here. Don't let this star on my chest stop you. Come on. There. I'm not wearing it now. Come on. Draw, Adam. Draw.
You alright, Mr. Dillon?
Yeah. Get his gun.
Man alive, I couldn't even see your hand move.
Marshall! Oh, don't tell me you.
Doc, you make one single funny remark and I'll knock you down. You just take him to your office and get to work.
Well, I never do mean to offend, Marshall. It's just, bodies are just so much lumber in my line of work.
Make all the jokes about him you please, but not to me and not in my hearing. In my line of work, there's nothing humorous about this. Give me a hand, Chester.
I got him, Marshall. Thank you, though.
Can you direct me to the marshal's office?
Yes, ma'am. Right here. I'm Marshall Dillon.
I left Cottonwood as soon as I got your telegram. I'm Mrs. Bonnie. Where's my boy?
Oh, we have him, ma'am, safe and sound. Right this way, ma'am.
I am so sorry he put you through all that trouble, Marshall. The truth of the matter is, he's a wild one, and no mistakes, takes after his father. One scrape after another.
Oh, he was no trouble at all. I enjoy children. I like to have him around. Bub, your ma's here. Son, where's Chester? Where's the boy? Did you let him slip past you?
No, sir, Mr. Dillon. He never got past me. Look, the back door is open.
He's seen me and he hightailed it. That devil.
Huh. We'll round him up for you, ma'am. Don't worry.
Oh, I don't know why I bother hauling him back. If he's a runaway once, he's a runaway 1,000 times. This time, he ran because I wouldn't buy him a gun. He wanted a real one. That boy is just gun crazy, I swear. So, I got him a nice Barlow knife instead.
Barlow knife?
I reckon it didn't satisfy him and off he run.
Barlow knife? A kid! Chester, find that kid!
Marshall, has he done something bad with it? He promised he'd use it careful.
Never mind, Chester. He's got Clay's strawberry roan. We'll never catch up to him.
I try to bring him up right. I tell him be good, but he don't listen. He just don't listen.
Now calm yourself, ma'am. Just calm yourself.
Here's his little bundle, Mr. Dillon.
No. Oh, give it to me. It's pretty heavy. Here, you're better at knots than I am. Open it, will you?
The moment he was born, he's been nothing but tribulation.
Now, please, ma'am, what's he got in it, Chester?
He got a shirt, stockings, piece of sausage, and... What? Oh my...
44 double action.
Oh yes, sir, Mr. Dillon. That's Clay's gun. Well, he didn't manage to keep it long, did he?
Well, if he wants a gun that bad, he's bound to get a hold of another one somewhere, somehow. Chester, call Mr. Hightower over.
Hey, Mr. Hightower, come on down. Mr. Dillon wants you.
Marshal, could I have a drink of water?
What? Oh, Ziegler, I forgot all about you. Chester, where are the keys?
Well, they're right there on the desk.
There we are. It'll be set for you to go home now.
Can I go back to the farm?
Yeah, that's right. I'll send you for the trial.
Thank you. Excuse me.
Yes, Marshal? Mr. Hightower, it appears that we can do business after all. Get some paper and a pencil. I want some notices printed.
Fire away.
Wanted for murder.
Wanted for murder.
What's the boy's name?
Bonnie. William Bonnie.
William Bonnie.
William Bonnie.
Age 12, height about 5 feet.
5 feet.
Hair light, eyes blue. I don't suppose he's known by any other name.
No. Everybody just called him Billy. Or the Kid.
Also known as Billy the Kid.
Thanks for tuning in to Gunsmoke, originally written by Walter Newman. Matt Dillon was played by Alex Bailey, and Mr. Hightower by Jack Bailey. Chester Wesley Proudfoot was played by Kyle Larson, Dr. Charles Adams by Bodie Wesley, Adam Richards by Ben Jones, and Peter Ziegler, the Dutchman, by Jonathan Holloway. Francine Richards and Mrs. Bonnie are depicted by Rowan Cavazos and Kaylin Hawkins. The boy, or Billy the Kid, was voiced by Andrew Dominguez. This program was produced and directed by Liz Wilson. This has been your announcer, Evan Curtis speaking. Now it's time to hand the show off to an even more suspenseful episode. Everybody, enjoy the rest of the show.
This episode of Ascension on Air was produced by Ascension Academy Theater Arts under Section 107 of the Copyright Act and was directed by Liz Wilson. Sound engineering by the students of the high school theatrical production class and sound editing by Lexi Shamir. Original music was written by Michael Byersmith. Thank you for listening to Ascension on Air.
And now, Ascension on Air presents you with the chill of a lifetime, the real-life story of a Miss Lizzie Borden and her best friend, the Axe. Listen as you hear the true tale of murder and horror, and goodbye, Miss Lizzie Borden.
Oh dear, now what did I do with my purse? Oh, there it is. Oh, I know I must have forgotten something. Something...
Is that everything, ma'am?
Oh yes. Just the 2 suitcases. Now what are you doing with the trunk there, Expressman? There isn't any trunk, only the 2 bags. I'm only going for a short visit.
I was told that.
It's my trunk, Miss Emma. I'm leaving.
Oh, Maggie.
It's all right, Expressman. You can take the trunk out.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Maggie, you can't.
I can't help it. I'm sorry, Emma. I really am, but I can't stand it for another minute.
Oh dear, they all leave. They always do. What are we going to...
I'm sorry, Miss Emma. I've only stayed this long for your sake. I couldn't bear to leave you with her.
Thank you, Maggie.
Now, you'll be gone off on your little vacation, and she'll have someone else in the kitchen. Maybe. Before you come back.
Well, then what shall we do? What are we going to do?
I can't stand it, Miss Summer. I never feel alone in this house. I'm cleaning about, thinking no evil, and then I get a shiver between my shoulder blades, and I turn around, and there she is, perfectly still, just looking at me, with that look she's had since the trial. It's more than a body can stand, and I'm leaving.
I know, Maggie. She's always spying. She knows every move I make. I know.
And never a party, no callers, not a friend to drop in of an evening. It's like a house of death.
It is a house of death. Now, I can't stand it any more than you can. That's why I'm going down to Fairhaven. I can't stand being cooped up with her any longer.
Then you know what I mean, Miss Emma.
Have you told her?
No. If you want to know the truth, I was afraid to say anything. Thought I might get my trunk away with your things before she knew.
Where is she?
Upstairs.
Well, you better hurry then. Goodbye, Maggie.
Goodbye, miss. I'm sorry. And don't miss your train.
Oh, I won't. I have half an hour yet. And it isn't as if there wasn't another one soon after, you know.
Well, I know you, Miss Emma. Don't miss 'em both. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Maggie. Oh, what am I going to do?
Miss Lizzie?
Miss Borden is out.
Oh, dear, why can't they leave us in peace? Oh, now, what did I do with my gloves? Oh, I wonder what time it is. Maggie! Oh, she's gone. Oh, dear, Lizzie will be furious.
Oh, who is it? Who is it? Miss Borden?
No. You can't come in. My sister won't see you. Please, take your shoe out the door.
So, this is the scene of the crime.
Oh, please.
Corpse found there.
My sister?
Blood splattered all over the walls. Had them repapered, haven't you?
Oh.
Nice happy pattern, too. This is the picture, isn't it? The one that had 46 blood spots on it. You're Miss Lizzie Borden, I presume.
Oh, no. I'm not.
I must say, you're not what I expected. Out west where I come from, when a woman's tough, she's tough. Now, Miss Lizzie, I'm here to...
I am not Miss Lizzie. I am Miss Emma.
Oh, the sister, that accounts for it. Well, Miss Emma, this is the anniversary of the 2nd Street murders, isn't it? It's just a year since Mr. and Mrs. Borden were murdered by...
Since my father and stepmother died. We don't talk about it.
I missed your sister's trial. Some old girl I heard.
She was acquitted. We don't talk about it.
No, of course not. But the public is interested, you know. Now, I'm from Cripple Creek, Colorado, Miss Emma. Greatest town on earth. Pick up gold right on the streets. I represent the Cripple Creek Record, and I'm here to get some impressions for my paper. 2nd Street Revisited and all that.
You're one of those nasty reporters. Oh, Lizzie hates reporters. I know she won't listen to you for a minute.
Oh, well, hey, isn't that a picture of Pike's Peak on the wall?
Oh, why, yes. It's quite artistic, isn't it? Uncle Morse brought it back from the goldfields. It's all he brought back. He painted it himself.
Now, isn't that a coincidence? I'm from the Pikes Peak Goldfields myself.
Oh?
Morse, your Uncle Morse. Is your Uncle Morse an old codger? 60-ish, maybe, with a
droopy mustache?
That's it! A droopy mustache, and sort of a...
Ooh, and tall and thin. Oh my goodness, you know Uncle Morse?
I should say I do. I knew him well in Cripple Creek. How is the old coyote? Put her there, Miss Emma. Any niece of Old Man Morse is a friend of mine.
Oh, well, how do you do? Oh, won't you sit down, Miss...
Nellie. Nellie Cutts. But you just call me Nellie. Now, as I was saying, I represent the Cripple Creek Record, and I'm on kind of a roving commission to report how things are on this side of the range. And listen, this Borden story's got everything. New England old maid, Sunday school teacher and all that. Just as a story, color. She ups and kills half the family with an axe. Interview with Miss Lizzie Borden a year after, great stuff. They'd eat it up in Cripple Creek.
She won't see you. Lizzie won't see you. I know that.
Well, how about a word from you, the sister? How does it feel, Miss Emma, to live day in and day out within sight of the very bloodstains, as you might say? How does it feel to take meals with the woman who was tried for the crime?
Oh, well, I've stood it as long as I can. That's why I'm going to Fairhaven. I can be alone in Fairhaven.
Must have been pretty tough on the nerves this last year. I guess Miss Lizzie'd be difficult to live with, huh?
Shh, shh. She hears. She's always listening and spying. She never leaves me alone. Oh dear! I mustn't miss the 3:37. Oh, what time is it?
Oh, you won't miss it. It's only 1:15.
Oh, well, my watch says 10 of.
I set mine at the station just before.
Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, gave her father 41. Lizzie Borden took an axe.
Oh, go away!
What was that? She gave her father 41. How did it begin?
When she saw what she had done, gave her father 41.
Stop it! Do you hear me? Stop it!
Oh, this is a classic. Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her...
Oh, please don't. She hears every word you say down here. Her room's right up there.
Right up there, huh? But she wasn't up there when her father was being murdered, was she? She was in the barn eating pears, she says. Now, Miss Emma, just sit down a minute, please. Is it true that on the morning of the murders, the breakfast consisted of bananas, cookies, and cold mutton soup?
I don't know. I wasn't here. I was at Fairhaven.
Cold mutton soup in August? No wonder somebody committed murder. Well, now, Miss Emma, your stepmother was found upstairs with her head battered in with an axe.
That's right.
And your father's body was on the sofa here, like this.
Oh, don't!
Miss Lizzie spread the alarm. The front door was triple locked, and Miss Lizzie was watching the side door. So she says. She was watching from the upper barn window. Just standing there, eating a pear and looking out, she says. How could anyone outside have done it? How could they escape right under her eyes? If Miss Lizzie wasn't lying.
My sister was acquitted.
Beats me how they acquitted her.
Blood.
Blood.
Whoever did it was covered with blood.
Well, what about it?
Well, everybody saw Lizzie within 10 minutes of the crime. And she hadn't a spot of blood on her. The biggest professors at Harvard tried to find blood on her clothes. And there wasn't any. That's why they had to acquit her.
Tell me, Miss Emma, did you look carefully at Miss Lizzie to see if there was any blood on her? Her hair, perhaps? Or her shoes?
Well, certainly not. My own sister. Besides, I didn't see Lizzie till I got back from Fairhaven that night.
Maybe she used an apron. One of those big coveralls.
They never found one.
Easy enough to hide a thing like that in your own house. They never found the axe either, did they?
No, they never found the axe. I often wonder where it got to.
They searched the house?
Why, yes, they searched.
They took up the carpet, didn't they? Did they search the chimney?
Of course they did.
Did they open the flue?
No. We wouldn't have them tearing up the house now.
I'd tear it up. Loose brick here. Wouldn't be hard.
Oh, Lizzie wouldn't have it. Everything's Lizzie's now. Lizzie's and mine.
Miss Emma, excuse me, but is there any insanity in your family?
Certainly not. That's the first thing they started asking. Oh, they asked ever so many questions about Uncle Morse.
Good old Uncle Morse. He arrived for a visit, didn't he? Just the day before the murders.
Yes. Oh, and they were awful about Uncle Morse. They kept asking people if he was quite right in the head. Just because he doesn't work steadily any place, but sort of drifts around. Oh, it made me terribly angry. Uncle Morse is sane as I am.
Where was he the morning of the murders?
Visiting around. He had the perfect alibi. It was just humiliating the way they snooped around everybody. Where was Uncle Morse? Where was I?
Miss Emma, tell me about the kitten. Ugh. They say the kitten was found down in the cellar. Dead. It had been killed with an axe.
Oh. The kitten. The kitten was the hardest. I cried for a week. I like kittens. Lizzie never cried at all. It was Lizzie's kitten. She's a hard woman.
Yes, well, now, Miss Emma, let's get back to the fatal day. Miss Borden is lying in her blood upstairs. The servant is downstairs. She hears Mr. Borden at the front door trying to get in. She goes to let him in. She finds the door is triple locked. She lets him in. And upstairs on the landing, she hears a horrible, gloating laugh. The murderer is standing up there, Miss Emma. And as she sees her second victim walk into her trap, she laughs.
It wasn't Lizzie. Lizzie was downstairs.
She changed her story. First, she said she was downstairs. Then upstairs. She was lying. Well, in comes Mr. Borden and lies down for a nap, right here on the sofa. The murderer covers herself with something, then creeps up on the old man with an axe from behind, like this, and brings down the axe. Again and again! Was it, Miss Lizzie? Was it?
No, it wasn't Lizzie. It wasn't!
Emma. You talk too much, Emma.
You are listening to Goodbye, Miss Lizzie Borden, tonight's presentation in radio's outstanding theater of thrills. Ascension on Air reminds you to do as Sparky, the firefighting dog. He says, don't give fire a place to start. Be sure all cigarettes are out before discarding them. Clear your house of old newspapers, damaged furniture, and inflammable debris. Repair electrical wiring as soon as it shows signs of wear. These simple rules will help you keep your valuables safe. They could even save your life. Don't gamble with fire now. The odds are against you. And now we bring back to our Ascension soundstage with Gigi Jackson, Caitlin Von Angeval, and Abby Stubby Kern all starring in tonight's production, Goodbye, Miss Lizzie Borden. A tale well calculated to keep you in, well, suspense.
Lizzie, this lady's an old friend of Uncle Morse.
You're going to miss your train, Emma.
Oh, yes, Lizzie. Oh, dear. Perhaps I should have called a cab. But it's only a step from here. Goodbye, Lizzie.
Goodbye. Emma, you forgot your gloves.
Oh, so I did. Thank you, Lizzie. Goodbye. Goodbye, miss.
I represent the Cripple Creek Record, Miss Lizzie.
A friend of Uncle Morris, What color hair has the old man got?
Gray.
Bald as an egg. Good day, miss.
But, Miss Borden, my paper wants an interview.
I don't give interviews.
Just one question, Miss Lizzie. The bloodstained apron. Where did it get to?
I have nothing to say.
And the bloody axe. Why wasn't the chimney back searched?
Good day, miss.
If you just say a word for my paper.
Suppose I'll have to hide them somewhere else now.
I missed the train.
You can catch the next one.
Lizzie, your apron. And the axe? That's where they were all the time?
Lock the door, Emma.
You hid them there. After...
Yes. I was afraid Maggie would come down any minute. I hid them in the flue.
I always wondered where they got to. I wondered how they could search and never find them.
Father kept money behind that brick. He never knew I knew. And once he was dead, nobody knew about it but me.
Why did you do it?
There's a way, isn't there? To tell who's been handling a weapon?
I don't know. You've always been the clever one. I don't see any marks.
I don't either. But they say the police can. A Frenchman wrote a book about it. Besides, you bought the axe in Fairhaven. It has the store mark etched on its head.
Why, Lizzie, you knew! All the time.
I saw you. I saw you from the barn window. You came out the side door and started looking around, and I saw your face. That was all I needed. You ran to the street, and I came in and found Father. It was my apron. And the blood stain. You needn't have used my apron, Emma.
It was the handiest, Lizzie.
And you'd brought the axe from Fairhaven? I'd only had a minute. I hid them in Father's hiding place. They were fine until that newspaper snooper began to get ideas.
Why did you hide them, Lizzie?
What else could I do? I hated her too, Emma.
Oh, you don't remember Mother as I do. You couldn't have hated Miss Borden as I did.
But Father. Why Father?
After what he did to Mother? Marrying that woman so soon after? You were always soft over Father, Lizzie.
It's a relief, I suppose. Oh, time after time I wanted to ask you things. When they were asking me questions, cross-examining, keeping after me. Oh, I wanted so badly to know so I would know what to say, but I never dared ask you. They had spies about me all the time. Oh, I made so many mistakes. When they asked if I had seen anybody leave the house, I was on my guard not to mention you. I said, no, nobody. And they decided it couldn't have been a stranger that did it. It must have been Lizzie.
Oh, I ought to have said I saw the murderer leaving. A big, bearded man with bloody axe. But I wasn't used to lying. And when I went on to stand and told the truth, that I hated her worse than you did, they were sure I was lying to cover you.
I had to lie about the laugh. I had to change my story and say I was up there laughing. Otherwise they would have started asking questions. Who was laughing? Whose laugh sounds like Lizzie's?
Mine.
I haven't laughed since.
Neither have I.
I haven't laughed since I found my kitten dead.
Oh, Lizzie, having to kill your kitten was the hardest. I cried for a week over that kitten.
I know you did.
Well, I cried because I had to do it, Lizzie.
Oh, I should have understood then. After the kitten, I should have been on guard. You know, I was afraid at first they'd find out you had been away from Fairhaven.
Oh, I prayed for guidance, Lizzie. All the time at Fairhaven. I stayed in my room and I prayed for guidance.
What's that got to do with it?
Why, don't you see? When the answer came to me, I just got the axe and started for Fall River. They thought I was still in my room.
What a risk that was.
Oh, no risk, Lizzie. My prayers for guidance were answered. Don't you see? I was protected.
I protected you.
Why? I wonder why.
Oh, I don't know. Because I've always protected you. Because I enjoy having the laugh on everybody, maybe.
I never guessed. You had the laugh on me, didn't you, Lizzie?
Didn't you know I knew? Huh. No, of course you didn't.
What would you have done if they would have found you guilty?
Gone through with it, I suppose. I'd have gone through with it before I'd have given in to them.
I guess you would. You were always a wicked, stubborn thing.
Well, I used to get sick of it. The jail, reporters, examining, cross-examining. I'd get sick of it and think, I've had enough. I'll tell them now, the truth. And then that prosecutor would come in, along with his pious face like a public statue. And the very thought of giving in and admitting that I lied would have made me say, no, I'll face it. They won't break me. And they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Besides, it would have been giving in for nothing. They wouldn't have believed me.
I suppose they wouldn't.
I used to wonder. If they found me guilty, what would you have done?
I used to wonder too. But I had my guidance. I didn't let it worry me.
No, it didn't worry you? Sitting there in court day after day, the crowd hating me?
I know, Lizzie.
Oh, how do you know? How do you know what I went through? The crowd staring, thinking I did it. The woman who hissed at you in the courtroom door. They hate you. They want to see you dead. What do you know about it?
And what do you know about it, Lizzie? You had the easy part. You didn't have to do it. I thought it would be like chopping wood. Well, it isn't. Wood splits. The other, it strikes back. It stops you. Wood doesn't bleed, Lizzie. It doesn't fly. It doesn't jump at you. The air filled with it.
I saw the walls.
You don't know. You don't know anything. You didn't have to do it. I didn't want to. Listen. There she is. Miss Borden. Going up the stairs. I'll have to hurry.
Miss Borden's gone, Emma. She's been gone for a year.
No. Clear as day. She's upstairs. Don't stop me.
Put down the axe, Emma. Come with me.
Where?
Just across the street to see Dr. Bowen.
Oh, so you can put me away. So you can shut me up. I will not be shut up, Lizzie. I wasn't meant to be shut up.
Just come and see Dr. Bowen.
No. He'll put me away. I will not have it, Lizzie. I'll die first. Oh, but I don't have to die, do I? No. Nobody knows but you. I'm not the one to die.
Emma, what are you doing?
I'm just putting on my apron. I explained it to you, Lizzie. Blood splatters. You don't want me to spoil my best-fitting dress now, do you?
Emma, listen to me. You have to go to Fairhaven. You'll miss the train. Emma?
Oh, now it won't take long. It's over in just a minute, Lizzie.
Emma, think about what you're doing. You can't escape twice.
Oh, yes, I can. I do what I have to do, and the rest takes care of itself. I don't want to. You must understand that.
Emma, you don't have to.
Oh, yes. I knew as soon as I saw the axe. What else did you keep it here for? I knew there was to be another.
But I kept it to protect you.
Oh, Lizzie, don't talk. It only makes it harder. Now, Lizzie.
Here, give it to me. That's better.
Miss Lizzie, can't you change your mind and give me a statement now Miss Emma's gone? Oh, there you are, Miss Emma. You missed the train after all.
You don't have to talk through the window, miss. Take that thing off, Emma. Open the front door.
Well, good for you, Miss Lizzie.
Give me the apron, quick. I'll cover the axe with the newspaper. You stay quiet. Now, open the door.
Oh, this is real nice of you, Miss Lizzie. Hot day. I hope we have rain. What's the weather forecast? What's the paper say?
Oh, the fair and warmer.
Oh, fair and warmer.
Now then, young woman, what do you want to know? Quickly, please.
Tell me, Miss Lizzie, the murder weapon. Was it ever found? What's your opinion? Where did it get to?
I think the murderer carried it away with him.
That's all you think?
That's all. Thank you very much.
But I'm not through.
I have nothing more to say. Miss Emma is leaving now. You can walk with her to the station.
Well, hey, isn't this the Province Journal? I hear they put out a scorching editorial wanting to know why these murders are still unsolved.
Please don't... Emma, don't miss your train. Come along.
I'll send for my things, Lizzie.
Very well, Emma.
Goodbye, Lizzie.
Isn't she coming back?
What did you say?
Isn't she coming back?
No, she isn't coming back.
So, that's the axe. Whole thing torn wide open now, Will you give me a statement?
Certainly not.
Miss Emma thinks you now killed them, doesn't she? Did you, Miss Lizzie?
No, I didn't kill them.
Come on, you've been acquitted. You can't be tried again.
I didn't do it.
Then who did it? It was somebody in the house. There's the murder weapon. If you didn't do it, who did? Maggie? Miss Emma? Miss Emma. That's it. Miss Emma Borden. Why didn't I see it before?
Stop talking rubbish, young woman. I'll give you a statement. I did it.
You killed them. You killed them both with the axe.
Yes.
Why? Why did you?
I don't like cold mutton soup.
What a scoop.
It isn't a scoop.
Why not?
It isn't a scoop if you can't print it, and I'll sue you if you print it. I've been acquitted in open court, my girl. I'm innocent, and don't you forget it. You print a word, and I'll sue. I've got $250,000, and I'll spend every cent of it defending my good name.
Good name? Everybody in Fall River knows you did it. You just admitted it yourself.
Never mind. Never mind what I admitted. Just you keep your tongue between your teeth. You're not going to print that story so you can tear those notes of yours up.
I certainly will not tear it up. I have a duty to my paper.
I said, tear it up.
You wouldn't.
Tear it up.
Of course, Miss Lizzie. Glad to oblige you. You can put down the axe. Thank you, Miss Lizzie, for your time. I'm just...
Go on. Go on.
Yes, of course. Thank you, again. No wonder Miss Emma isn't coming back. Goodbye, Miss Lizzie.
Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. And when she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41.
This episode of Ascension on Air was produced by Ascension Academy Theater Arts under Section 107 of the Copyright Act and was directed by Liz Wilson. Sound engineering by the students of the high school theatrical production class and sound editing by Lexi Shamir. Original music was written by Michael Byersmith. Thank you for listening to Ascension on Air. welcome back. And now for the rest of our show.
Here it is, 5:45 on Orphan Annie's birthday, and so far, Annie hasn't the slightest suspicion of the big surprise party we're going to have on her tonight. You remember, Pepper is keeping Annie away from the farm so she won't catch on, and all of Annie's school friends have arrived for the party already.
I declare to goodness, not so much noise, not so much noise.
If Annie's anywhere within a mile of the house, she can hear the lot of you, most likely.
When is she coming, Miss Silo? Yes, Mrs. Silo. When will she be here?
Are all the children here?
Yes, ma'am. Everybody from school. When's Annie coming, Mrs. Silo?
Well, Pepper promised to have her here by 20 minutes to 4.
Oh, it's almost 20 minutes to 4 now.
Yes, indeedy. I know it is. Take a look out at the window.
All right, Mrs. Silo. Hey, get ready, everybody. Here they come.
Get under cover there, everybody.
I declare to goodness. Hide, all of you. Hide. Hurry up, hurry up.
Looks like we're all ready now, Ma.
Pa, that tablecloth. Pull it straight. All the presents are hidden there. She'll see them when she comes in.
Sure, Ma, sure.
Quick, quick. We don't want her to suspect anything. Oh, my goodness. Whose hat is that over there on the windowsill? Throw that in the bedroom. Pa, Annie's got sharp eyes. She'd notice if there were anything wrong.
Oh, I'll get it, Ma.
There. Now I think everything's all right.
Just in time, too, Ma.
Sure enough.
Oh gosh, Annie. I'm sorry I couldn't find it.
Oh, I'll bet there never was a beaver there.
Honest, there was, Annie. Peter and Paul told me. They said they saw him starting to build his house. We just didn't look in the right place, that's all.
What's the matter there, Annie?
Oh, I was gonna show Annie a place where a beaver's building his house. And when we went over there, we couldn't find it.
Mrs. Silo?
What's the matter, Annie?
Leaping lizards, what's the matter with you?
Me? Why, there's nothing wrong with me.
What's that?
Surprise!
Leaping lizards, golly, jumping grasshoppers.
Happy birthday! Now, children, all together.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Annie. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
Happy birthday, Annie.
Leaping lizards, I don't know what to say.
Reach under the table there, Pa, and get out the presents.
Jumping grasshoppers, are there presents too?
Of course there are. This is a regular party.
That's right, Pa. Put 'em right up here on the table.
Suffering mackerels, are those all for me? Golly, I never had a birthday party like this in all my life.
Well, for mercy's sakes, Annie, start opening 'em up and see what's inside of 'em. Oh, I'm as anxious to see what they are myself.
Oh gosh, Annie. Here's one I'll bet you'll want to open yourself.
Well, what is it?
Here, it's just a little package.
Who's it from, Annie?
Yeah, who's it from, Annie?
It's from Daddy Warbucks.
I declare to goodness.
Look at the stamps on it.
Let me see him, Annie. Oh, gosh, those are all from Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia? Where's that? That's a country in the middle of Europe.
Open it up and see what it is, Annie. See what Mr. Warbucks sent you.
I am, Mrs. Silo. Oh, here's a box.
Oh, it must be inside there.
No, there's more paper in here. Oh, golly, there's a little box inside all this paper. I can feel it.
Well, get it open, Annie. See what it is.
Here it is, Mrs. Silo.
I declare. A little box like that? Why, it looks to me like jewelry. See what's in it, Annie?
Leaping lizards! Look, it's a ring!
It's a ring.
Well, for mercy's sakes, isn't that a beauty? Come here and look at it, Pa. Take it out and put it on.
It's got a beautiful big stone in it, too.
Gee, that's a grand ring.
How does that look? Just look at the way that stone shines and sparkles.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, yes, that's so pretty.
Oh, I wish I had one like that. Leaping lizards, that makes it my own personal birthday ring. Daddy's a peach to send me such a swell present.
Oh, he certainly is. And now, let's see what else you got.
Hey, wasn't that a grand surprise for Annie? And did you ever hear of such a keen birthday present as the beautiful ring she got from Daddy Warbucks? Don't forget, be here right on time Monday at 5:45 to hear the exciting things that will be happening to Annie next.
It's time for another chapter in the life of Archie Andrews. We invite you to now join Archie and his pals Jughead, Veronica, and Betty in another comic adventure from Riverdale. And now for our weekly visit to Riverdale. It's Saturday afternoon as we look in on the Andrews home, and at the moment we find Mr. Andrews alone in the living room, sitting in his favorite armchair, reading the newspaper.
Alright, here, let's see what we have. Forget it, let's just go to the cartoons. Had to be more mannerly if you wanted someone to pass the cake to him. Oh, Mommy, what does manners get you? Every time Daddy gets polite on the train or bus, it costs him his seat.
Fred?
Yes, dear?
Telephone's ringing.
I hear it.
Well, answer it.
Well, Mary, I'm reading my...
Fred!
Yes, dear. I'll answer it. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Andrews?
Yes?
This is Veronica. Is Archie home?
Oh, hello, Veronica. Yes, Archie's home. Did you want to talk to him?
No, I don't.
Alright, I'll call him. You don't?
That's right. I'd rather you just give him the message for me.
Oh, of course, Veronica. What is it?
Well, you know how Archie was supposed to come over this afternoon at 3 o'clock?
Yes?
Ask him to make it 4 o'clock instead.
4 o'clock instead.
I'm going down to Stacy's department store to do some Christmas shopping this afternoon, and this is about the last chance I'll have.
Alright, Veronica. I'll tell him.
Thank you, Mr. Andrews. Oh, but don't tell him I'm going shopping. You see, it's for his present. Just tell him the part about changing the date from 3 to 4.
Alright, Veronica. I will tell him.
Thanks ever so much, Mr. Andrews. Bye.
Bye-bye. By George, it's a good thing Veronica called. I'd forgotten all about Christmas shopping, and I still don't have anything for Mary or Archie. I'd better get my hat and get down to Stacy's right now. This is the last chance I'll have. Oh, fine.
Fred?
Yes, dear?
Doorbell's ringing.
I hear it, dear, and I got it.
Oh, all right, dear.
Alright, dear, alright. I never have a chance to... Oh, good grief. Jughead?
Who'd you expect? John Wayne?
No, Jughead. I'm in a hurry.
Oh, gee. Hiya, Jug. What are you doing here?
Oh, hi, Archie. I came over to see what you're doing.
Well, I was just...
Oh, Archie. Veronica just called.
Gee whiz, she did?
Yes, Archie, she did. And Veronica said...
Gee, I never heard the phone ring.
Well, it rang, and Veronica said...
Well, why didn't you tell me?
Archie?
Yes, Dad?
Do you care to hear what Veronica said or not?
Well, sure, Dad, sure.
Then be quiet and I'll tell you.
Okay, Dad.
She said oh yeah. She said to change your appointment with her from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
From 3 to 4?
Yes, an hour later.
Gee whiz, I wonder why.
Well, she had some things to attend to. Anyways, I'm going out. I'll see you later.
Yeah, okay, Dad. Bye.
Bye, Mr. Andrews.
Gee whiz, that's great.
Huh?
Now that Veronica's made our date an hour later, I'll have time to get my Christmas shopping done. This is practically the last chance I'll have. It's a good thing I thought of it. I haven't bought a thing for anyone yet.
Including me?
Including you.
Archie, it's time you did your Christmas shopping.
That's right, Jug. Come on. We'll go right down to Stacy's.
Well, what are you gonna get me, huh?
Jug, you'll just have to...
Fred? Telephone's ringing. Fred? Fred? Fred, can't you answer when I call? I think that... Oh, well, that's funny. He's gone. Oh, for pity's sake. Hello?
Hello? Mrs. Andrews? This is Betty.
Oh, hello, dear. How are you?
Fine, thanks, Mrs. Andrews. Is Archie home?
Yes, dear. I think he's upstairs. Oh, Archie? Archie? That's funny. He must have gone out, too. I wish people tell me when they're going out. Hello, Betty.
Yes, Mrs. Andrews?
Archie doesn't seem to be home, dear.
Oh, he isn't?
No, dear, and Betty, I hate to cut you short, but I have to run now. I'm just leaving to do my Christmas shopping.
Oh, golly, I'm glad you mentioned that, Mrs. Andrews. I haven't done my shopping yet either.
Oh, you haven't? Well, would you like to go with me, dear?
Oh, I'd love to, Mrs. Andrews.
All right, I'll pick you up right away and we'll go down to Stacy's.
Gee whiz, Archie. I never saw such crowds.
Yes, Jughead, but when we got in that elevator and everyone started pushing, did you have to push back?
Listen, Archie. In that crowd, even a sardine would have pushed back.
Well, never mind. We're here now, and the first thing I want to buy is a compact for Veronica. I wonder where the cosmetic department is.
Cosmetic department?
Yeah.
Gee whiz, Archie. Let's go up to the toy department first.
Jug, I told you, we'll go up to the toy department later. Now come on, I'll ask that floor walker where the cosmetic department is.
Gee whiz, okay.
Oh, mister?
Yes.
Could you tell me where the cosmetic department is, please?
Yes, counter 7.
Thank you. Come on, Jug.
Where is it?
Counter 7.
Where's that?
Gee, I don't know. Oh, mister?
Yes?
Where's counter 7?
On the north side of counter 6.
Oh, thank you. I'll just, mister?
Well, what now?
Which way is north?
Oh, my land. Sonny, do you see the boys' clothing department right there?
Yes.
We'll go down to the aisle where the dummies are and turn right.
Oh, okay, mister. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Yes, madam. Can I help you?
Where do you say it is, Archie?
Right down at the next aisle, Jug. Come on.
Oh, okay.
And boy, he's sure not a friendly floor walker.
Not at all.
Well, what was that?
You bumped into that dummy.
Oh, gee whiz, I knocked the hat off her. For a minute, I thought that dummy was a real person. Wait a second, Jug, while I put the hat back on.
Okay.
If that floor walker ever saw me fooling around with his dummy, he'd probably throw us out of the store or something.
Gee whiz!
What's the matter?
There's Veronica.
Veronica? Oh, gee whiz, I don't want her to see me here.
She's coming right towards us.
Oh, boy. Jug, I'm gonna be a dummy. I'm gonna climb up on this platform with the rest of these dummies, and I'll wear this hat.
But Archie, you can't do that.
Oh, Jug, don't argue. Here, how do I look?
You're the most natural-looking dummy I ever saw.
Don't be funny, Jug, and put that price tag on me, quick.
Okay, here.
Attaboy. Now remember, don't give me away no matter what happens.
Well, okay, but...
Shh!
Why, Jughead?
Oh, hi, Veronica.
What are you doing here?
Oh, just a little shopping.
Oh, I am too. Thank goodness I have most of it done.
Oh, that's good.
Only thing I still have to get is a gift for Archie.
Archie?
Uh-huh. I don't know what to get him. He's such a problem.
Yeah, he sure is.
I can't get him a book or anything because he's not the intelligent type. I can't get him a baseball glove or anything because he's not much of an athlete. Can't get him a tie or anything because he just doesn't know anything about style. In fact, sometimes I think Archie's an awful dummy. But then again, with prices being where they are, there isn't much you can get for $1. Did you say something, Jughead?
Me? Not a word, Veronica. Not a word.
Oh, well, I better go get some more shopping done. Would you like to come along?
Oh, no, Veronica, I can't. I'm meeting someone here in a minute.
Oh, well, I'll run along then. Bye now, Jughead.
Bye, Veronica, bye. Okay, dummy, you can relax now.
Fine thing. Jughead, help me down off this platform.
Gee whiz, not now.
Huh?
Here comes the floor walker.
Oh boy, I better be a dummy some more.
Yes, madam. Why, certainly, madam. You can return it at any time. Yes, ma'am. Oh me, never have I ever seen such a rush. Never in all my days. Land sakes, who put that dummy here?
Oh boy.
If that isn't the silliest looking dummy I've ever seen. I don't know why that stockroom can't send one at least it looks half alive. I've never seen one with such an insipid expression, and such ridiculous posture.
Mister?
Yes?
I'm not really a dummy.
That makes absolutely no difference. They still shouldn't... Oh, good heavens, you're alive.
Uh-huh.
Oh, for pity's sake, young man, come down off of there.
Yes, sir.
Well, just what were you doing on that platform looking like a dummy?
Well, that's a long story. You see,
Oh, good heavens, young man, will you do me a favor?
Yes, sir.
As soon as you've paid for that jacket, leave the store.
Huh?
I said as soon as you finish buying that jacket.
This jacket?
Yes, that jacket with the price tag on it. You are buying it, aren't you?
But this is my jacket.
Your jacket? Do you have the sales slip?
Well, no, I bought it here last year.
And you still haven't removed the price tag yet?
Remove the Oh, mister, you don't understand.
Young man, I understand perfectly. The price is $14.95, and I want it right now.
Oh, but mister...
Now, I said.
But don't you understand this is my own jacket? No fooling. Jughead, tell the man this is my jacket and... Jughead?
Young man, are you calling me names?
Oh, no, sir. I was talking to my friend.
What friend?
Well, that's just it. He was here a minute ago. Gee whiz, I bet he went up to the toy department. Mister, if you just come up with me to the toy department, we can find my friend and he'll tell you that...
Young man, I'm not going up to the toy department or anywhere else until I have $14.95 for that jacket.
But that's all the money I have and I would just... Oh, wait a minute.
Beg pardon?
I know, mister, if I paid you for this jacket, you'd give me a sales slip, and then I could take it over to the exchange department and get my money back, couldn't I?
Yes, if you liked.
Oh, well, in that case, it's all right. I haven't anything to worry about. Here's the money.
Ah, thank you. Here's your sales slip.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Good day, sir.
Good day. Guess I fooled him. It's a good thing I think fast. For a minute there, it looked like I wouldn't have any Christmas money. But now, all I have to do is take this coat, go to the exchange counter, give this jacket to him, and just... Gee whiz. If I do, I won't have any jacket left. Oh boy, how do I get myself into these things?
Well, now, let's see. First thing I better do is get that bottle of perfume for Mary. Ah, here's the perfume counter right here. Let's see now, what kind should I get her? Well, they certainly have quite an assortment. Chase Me, $25. Hide and Seek, $32. Wallflower No More, $40? Blech. I never smelled anything worth that kind of money. Ah, here's another one. Evening in Riverdale, $10. Well, that's a little better. I think Mary likes this perfume, so that's just what I'll get her. Oh, miss, I'll take this one and...
Gee whiz, Mr. Andrews.
Well, Jughead, hello. What are you doing here?
Oh, hello, Mr. Andrews. I'm looking for Archie.
I thought you were with Archie.
Well, I was, but he just...
Well, anyways, I'm trying to get one of these sales girls to wait on me, but they're all so busy.
Gee whiz!
Huh? What's the matter?
There's Mrs. Andrews.
Mary? Where?
Right over there.
Oh, good grief. If she sees me with this bottle of perfume, she'll know what I'm getting her for Christmas.
She's coming this way.
Yes, I know, I see. I'll just put the bottle in my pocket. There, right in this pocket. Now if she sees me...
Just a moment, please.
Huh?
I saw that.
Saw what? Oh, now, mister, you don't understand. You do not understand at all.
Oh, I don't I?
No, you...
Did you or did you not just hide a bottle of perfume in your pocket?
Well, yes, but...
Have you paid for it?
Well, no, but...
Well, I don't know what you call it, but we call it shoplifting.
Yes, of course, but wait, shoplifting? Oh, now, wait a minute, mister. I can explain. I can explain the entire thing.
Uh-huh. I'm listening.
Well, you see... I've been trying to get one of these sales girls to wait on me, and I just saw my wife over there, and I hid the bottle in my pocket because I don't want her to know what I'm getting her for Christmas.
Uh-huh, and just where is your wife?
Well, she was right over... Oh, good heavens, she's gone.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, but she was right there. Jughead, tell the man how you saw my wife, well, now where did he go?
Who?
Jughead. He was standing right here just a second ago. I don't know where he...
Mister?
Huh?
Do you imagine these things very often?
Imagine what?
Do you have delusions?
Well, no,
Dizzy spells?
No, but
Do you see spots before your eyes? Now keep calm. Keep calm. No need to get excited. Just give me back the perfume and we'll forget the whole thing and you can go right home and lie down.
Lie down? But who wants to lie?
The perfume, please.
Yes, sir. I have it right here in my... Uh-oh.
Something wrong?
It, leaked.
What leaked?
The perfume bottle. It leaked all over my pocket. See? It's half empty.
Oh, for land's sakes. Now you'll have to pay for it.
What?
That's right. I was going to forget the whole incident, but I can't return a damaged bottle to the counter.
Well, I'm certainly not going to pay for a leaky bottle of perfume.
Mister, if you're not satisfied with the item, you can take it to the exchange department. But it must be paid for.
But...
I said it must.
Oh, me. You win. I'll go to the exchange department. Boy, how I get into these, I'll never know.
Which bathrobe do you like best, Betty?
The dark blue one, I think.
I do too. Blue is Aunt Hattie's favorite color.
Oh, but is it her size, Mrs. Andrews?
Well, there is only one way to tell, Betty. I'll have to try it on.
Try it on?
Uh-huh. I wear the same size as Aunt Hattie does, and if it fits me, it'll fit her. Oh, here, hold my coat, dear, while I step into this dressing room and put the bathrobe on.
Oh, all right, Mrs. Andrews.
It'll just take me a second, dear. I'd hate to go to all the trouble of buying this and sending it to Hattie and then not have it fit.
Uh-huh.
Then I don't have to return it for her since she lives out of town. Oh, dear.
What is it?
There's no hanger in here for my dress.
Oh, well, hand it to me, Mrs. Andrews. I'll hold it.
All right, dear. Here you are.
I have it.
Oh, thank you, dear. I'll have this robe on in just a minute. There. How's it look, Betty?
Well, it looks a little big to me.
It does? Well, I better take a look in this mirror. Oh, Betty, you don't have to hold my coat and dress. Just put them on that empty rack.
Oh, all right, Mrs. Andrews.
Now let's see. Yes, it is a little big.
Yes, it is.
I'll have to ask the salesgirl if she has a smaller size. You wait here, Betty. Oh, miss, do you have a...
Gee whiz, Betty.
Jughead, what are you doing here?
Looking for Archie?
Archie, is he here?
Well, I think so. We came here together, but we got separated.
Oh, well, where did you see him last?
On the dummy platform.
What?
Well, you see, he was being a dummy.
What?
A dummy, you know, the kind that looks like this?
Jug, what are you talking about?
Excuse me, miss. I gotta move this rack.
Oh, what? Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, Mo. Get the other end there.
Got it.
Easy now. Right there.
Yeah, I got it.
Pull it around there.
Jughead, what are you trying to tell me about Archie?
Betty, it's an awful long story. All I want to know is, have you seen him?
No, I haven't.
Then I better keep looking. He may be in trouble.
What kind of trouble?
Can't tell you now, Betty. See you later. Bye.
But Jug, wait, Jug! Oh golly, that Jughead, he's the strangest person.
Betty, how do you like this bathrobe?
Oh, that's fine, Mrs. Andrews, but I just...
This size doesn't fit much better, doesn't it, dear?
Yes, Mrs. Andrews, but I just...
Betty, what happened to it?
What happened to what?
The rack.
What rack?
The rack you put my dress on.
Oh golly, I don't know.
But my dress and coat were on it.
Oh golly, it was here a minute ago.
My dress, but Betty, what'll I do?
Something wrong, madam?
Yes, I lost my dress.
I beg your pardon?
My dress? We put it down here for a minute while I tried on this bathrobe, and now it's gone.
The bathrobe?
No, the dress.
But it couldn't be.
But it is. Isn't it, Betty?
Oh, yes, indeed, Mrs. Andrews.
Oh?
Oh, my land. I've never seen such a day. Living dummies, men hiding from their wives, and now this woman loses her dress.
But I tell you, it was right under my nose.
I should hope so.
Well, do something.
Do something.
Madam, what can I do about your dress?
Find it.
Now, madam, be calm. Be calm. It was probably taken by mistake and will be turned into the lost and found department.
Well, where is that?
At the other end of the floor next to the exchange department.
Come on, Betty.
Madam, where are you going?
To the lost and found department?
But madam, certainly not in our bathrobe.
Well, certainly not without it. Come on, Betty, we'll go see if they have my dress. How these things happen to me, I'll never know.
Archie,
Yes, Jug?
now can I tell you who I met?
Yes, Jug.
Well, first I ran into...
Archie, what in tarnation are you doing here?
Gee whiz, Dad. Where'd you come from?
Never mind where I came from. What? Archie, what are you doing standing out here in your shirt sleeves?
Well, Dad, I can explain. You see, I came over...
Fred Andrews, what are you doing here?
Mary, what are you doing in your bathrobe?
Oh, it's not my bathrobe, it's... Fred Andrews, you smell.
What?
You positively reek of perfume.
Yes, I do, don't I? Well, you see, dear,
Archie Andrews, what are you doing here?
Veronica!
Jughead, why didn't you tell me Archie was here?
Well, Veronica, I was...
What seems to be the trouble here?
Oh, the floor walker. Mister, I'm trying to find out where my son is standing here in his shirt sleeves.
Well, please, there's no need to get...
And I want to know why you smell of perfume.
Lady,
And what are you doing in that bathrobe?
Mister, please, don't.
I'm just trying to exchange my own coat.
Sonny, just...
So, when did you get here, Archie?
Why are you all excited?
Quiet!
Whew. That's better. Now, listen to me, all of you. This nonsense has gone on far enough. Too far, in fact.
Yes, Mr. Andrews.
Yes, dear.
Yes, Dad.
It certainly has.
But...
All afternoon, you people have made my life quite miserable for me. Quite miserable.
Yes, sir.
Now, if there's any reason for it, I feel I'm entitled to an explanation.
Well, mister, you know the coat? The one you thought I was buying?
Yes?
Well, my mother and father and Jughead and Veronica can all identify it as my old coat.
Why, of course that's Archie's coat.
My goodness, yes.
I know that's his coat.
Oh dear, you mean it really is?
Yes. And maybe you'll recall you didn't believe my wife was in the store when I hid the perfume bottle in my pocket?
Well, yes,
Well, this woman right here just so happens to be my wife.
Oh, how do you do? I'm so very sorry.
And I just found out the two of your men moved an empty rack while I was talking to Jughead here. Didn't they, Jughead?
Sure they did.
And that was the rack that had my dress and coat on it.
Well, Mr. Floorwalker, what do you say to that?
Yeah, somebody said that, huh?
Please, please, please. No tempers, please. No tempers. No tempers. The customer is always right at J. Alfred Stacy's. We will make amends. Make amends. Mistakes will happen, you know. Young man, since that does seem to be your own coat, you may keep it, and I will give you a cash credit slip for what you paid me.
Thank you.
And you, sir?
Yes?
I'll be glad to give you another bottle of perfume. Compliments of the store.
Well, that's much better.
And madam?
Yes?
I'm sure we can find your dress and coat in the lost and found department, and you may keep that bathrobe at no charge.
Well, thank you.
I'm here too.
Jug, shut up.
Well, people, will that satisfy you?
Well, yes. I think that straightens everything out all right. I'm sorry there's been so much misunderstanding.
That's quite all right. Quite all right.
And now, folks, if everything's settled, let's stop hiding from each other and get this Christmas shopping over with, once and for all.
Yes, Mr. Andrews.
Yes, dear.
Yes, Dad.
All right. Now What was that?
5 o'clock. Thank heavens. Store is closing. You folks will all have to come back Monday.
Come back? You mean we've got to go through all of this again?
You're kidding us!
Finally!
Yay!
You've been listening to the Adventures Adventures of Archie Andrews, written by Carl Jample and based on the copyrighted characters appearing in the Archie Comics magazine. Archie was played by Jonathan Holloway, Jackhead by Benjamin Jones, Mom and Dad Andrews are played by Phoebe Larr and Bodie Wesley, Veronica and Betty are portrayed by Kate Williamson and Kate Kramer. Others in today's cast were Jack Bailey, Max Engelbrecht, and Kyle Larson. This program is produced and directed by Liz Wilson. This is Kaylin Hawkins wishing you all a very pleasant night. Merry Christmas!
This episode of Ascension on Air was produced by Ascension Academy Theater Arts under Section 107 of the Copyright Act and was directed by Liz Wilson. Sound engineering by the students of the high school theatrical production class and sound editing by Lexi Shamir. Original music was written by Michael Byersmith. Thank you for listening to Ascension on Air.